Hello, and welcome to the Los Angeles Superior Court. Our mission: to serve our community by providing equal access to justice through the fair, timely, and efficient resolution of all cases, could not be accomplished without your service as a trial juror. The court recognizes and appreciates the sacrifices you make in your personal and professional life to serve jury duty, and makes every effort to treat your time with us as if it were our own. It is the policy of the state of California that all persons selected for jury be selected at random, that all qualified persons have an equal opportunity to be considered for jury service, and that all prospective jurors receive an orientation to acquaint them with necessary basic information about jury service. This orientation will provide necessary information about preparing for jury duty, what to expect while serving, and your role as a trial juror. No special skills or legal knowledge are required, but while serving as jurors, you must be impartial, keep an open mind, and be ready to work with other jurors to make a decision. Serving jury duty in Los Angeles County requires that you be on call for 5 consecutive days and be available to report for service on any day during the week, beginning with the start date indicated on your summons. You must check for reporting instructions each evening between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m., beginning the weekend prior to your start date, to determine if you need to report for service the following day. Missing even one call-in could result in your jury service being rescheduled to a new date. Further information regarding reporting instructions is available on your summons form. The average jury trial in Los Angeles County lasts 5 to 7 court days. Jury trials are started each day, so please make sure you're available to serve for at least 5 to 7 court days from the date you actually report for service. You will receive a stipend of $15 per day plus 34 cents per mile for each mile actually traveled in attending and returning from court as a juror after the first day. Government employees who are paid regular salary and benefits while on jury service are not entitled to juror fees, but are entitled to mileage. The first thing you should do when you receive your summons is let your employer know that you have been summoned to jury duty. Although your employer is not required to pay you while you are serving jury duty, pursuant to California Labor Code Section 230A, your employer is prohibited from discharging or in any manner discriminating against you for taking time off to serve if you have provided reasonable notice. If you have special needs, you may request an accommodation in writing or by calling the local jury assembly room at the number and during the hours provided on your summons form. If you need assistance with hearing impairment, TTY assistance is available by dialing 1-888-354-0441. If you're unable to serve on your scheduled service date, you may self-process a postponement by calling the court's interactive voice response system at 1-213-972-0970, or by visiting the My Jury Duty portal at www.lacourt.org/jury. You will not be able to self-process a postponement request after 4:30 p.m. on the Friday before your service date. Occasionally, jurors are required to serve at a courthouse other than the one indicated on their summons. As a result, you may be instructed to report to an alternative courthouse when obtaining reporting instructions, or you may be reassigned to another courthouse after reporting for service. If you're required to report for jury service in person, please make sure to complete your summons form and to bring it with you to the courthouse. Your badge or summons is required to receive free parking, which is available only at the lot designated on the summons form. It is important that you dress in a manner that is suitable to and observes the dignity of the courtroom. Business casual is always appropriate. Shorts, tank tops, flip-flops, and clothes with a bare midriff or that display inappropriate pictures or language are not allowed. For the safety and security of all, you are required to complete airport-style security screening each time entering a courthouse. This includes passing through a metal detector and having items such as handbags, briefcases, and backpacks searched. Weapons of any kind and objects such as knitting needles, scissors, nail clippers, pocket knives, metal utensils, glass containers, and other objects that could be used as weapons are not permitted in the courthouse and should be left at home or in your vehicle. Please note that taking pictures inside the jury assembly room or anywhere else inside the courthouse is strictly prohibited. When a panel of jurors is requested for a trial, court staff will randomly draw the requested number of jurors from the pool of jurors available that day. If you're assigned to a panel, you and the other jurors will be instructed to report to the courtroom and to wait outside for further instruction from the bailiff or court staff. During the selection process, the judge and the attorneys will ask relevant questions to determine each prospective juror's qualifications and suitability to serve on a jury. Some questions may seem personal. They are not intended to embarrass you, but to help ensure the selection of a fair and impartial jury. If you were selected as a juror or alternate on a case, you are required to serve for the length of the trial. The judge or court staff will instruct you on what time to report for service each day. If the court is not in session on a particular day during the trial, you are expected to report to work. During the trial, you and the other jurors are the triers of fact. You must listen carefully to the testimony, examine the evidence, and apply the law as instructed by the judge to the facts you have determined to be true. If you are selected as a juror or alternate juror on a case, the judge will admonish you not to discuss the case with other jurors, family members, friends, or anyone else during the trial. You are prohibited from doing any independent research on the case and must refrain from seeking or disseminating any information about the case in any forum, including news media, email, chat, internet, or social media sites. These precautions are necessary to ensure that the trial is conducted in a fair and lawful manner. Contact from any outside person about the case is inappropriate and should be reported to the judge immediately. The attorneys representing each party present evidence by examining witnesses and submitting physical exhibits. Once all evidence has been presented, the attorneys deliver their final arguments, summarizing their interpretation of the evidence presented. To guide jurors in the deliberation process, the judge will then instruct the jury on the law applicable to the case. The first order of business for the jury is to select a foreperson who will help make sure deliberations occur in an orderly manner and that each juror has the opportunity to participate and ask questions. When a verdict has been reached, the foreperson will notify court staff. The jury will then return to the courtroom where the verdict will be read. There, your jury service will be completed and you will be provided a verification of service showing the dates you appeared at the courthouse for service. I hope you have found this orientation helpful and have the opportunity to serve as a juror on a case. It is an excellent opportunity to participate in our justice system. On behalf of the judges and the jury commissioner of the Los Angeles Superior Court, thank you for performing this important civic obligation.